anybody out that come in here. I don't care. Whether it's to the body, what else? Whether it's to the head, you getting knocked out, son. Real talk. I'm the other boxer of this boxing. Let's talk about this right here. Not too much to say. The fight done said it all. I don't got too much to say. Just know it's a different conversation.
Why does it sound personal between you two? Come on. I've been doing this a long time, kid. Let's go.
Africa.
Keyshawn Davis was brutally honest in his criticism of Devin Haney during a live Instagram session where he unleashed a torrent of sharp words and pointed critique, making it perfectly clear that no affection exists between these two rival fighters.
Talk about that. Talk about that. I got some more Keep pulling out. Punch so hard. I punch hard, bro. I punch hard. I punch hard. I spit when I punch. Stop playing. Stop playing, son. Damn, I got so much. I gotta hang up. Just got to the crib. Stop playing, bro. Punch two.
In his first bout this year, Davis achieved a dramatic late-round stoppage win against the experienced fighter Jermaine Ortiz at New York City's Madison Square Garden.
He made good on his promise of getting a knockout win in his debut at 140 to cement his status as a top player in the division. And I'm going to turn it over to Keyshawn.
Well, first things first, all glory to God. Jesus Christ for giving me this win. It's been a long time coming, man. From my last fight all the way to tonight, man. It was a lot of twists and turns and up and downs and nights where I just didn't even want to do this anymore, and y'all don't know the half of like how I even got here.
Davis stated he always desired a match against a truly tough opponent like this, labeling it a very interesting and exciting fight for him.
Dream to get like a 12-round knockout, like 12 round, like that was always my dream. So like to do it in an opponent like Jermaine Ortiz on my return in front of 20,000 fans. That's God, bro. That's God. I feel like he turned my whole career around. And now it's just continue to just keep trusting in him. You know, that he's gonna do even bigger things for me. And I'm here, man. I'm back and I'm better, just like I promised y'all. Also, I promised y'all a knockout and I got y'all that. And also, I want y'all to give me more credit. My last 3 opponents never been stopped before. Never been dropped before. Limos, Baranchik, now Jermaine, and I moved up in weight and stopped him. So it's like, bro, I'm real, bro. I'm for real. And put anybody in there in front of me, I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna stop them. Put your money on.
After his victory, Davis did not merely celebrate, and instead immediately focused on his next major opportunity, stating clearly that a fight against Devin Haney would definitively end with a knockout.
The question to you is, you called out Devin Haney. You talked the other day, and I told you what Mickey Bay said about Devin Haney and you fight. I talked with somebody that you might know from when you were younger, Coach Sean, from Norfolk, Virginia. He told me, you know, when it come to fighting, Keyshawn Davis is just a mean little dude. Like, you can come, you want to box and do all that. He love to fight. Now, I asked you this about Mickey when it came to Devin Haney. Now that you're taking care of business, how does you and Devin Haney end? How does that fight go?
A knockout.
Say less.
Davis has clearly stated in recent interviews that he does not plan to remain in the super lightweight division long, and sees the welterweight class, where Haney is the current WBO champion, as his primary goal.
Beat Jermaine Ortiz, God willing. I'm gonna go to 147 and I'm gonna become a 147 champion. And then I'm gonna defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you, who's a fight that's gonna put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt.
Now he is, yeah.
And you say you want 147? I mean, what we doing? What we talking about? Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'm gonna look great, God willing, and in the future, We going big.
Keyshawn Davis has definitively stated his readiness to fight any opponent as he aims directly for the very pinnacle of the boxing world.
Superstar.
You asking that question. I felt like that's what it was. But go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40. Now he's at 40. So he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out. Guaranteed. You know, I just feel like, shouts out to Devin, though. You do your thing. Like, I have no problem against you, bro. But we talking business right now. I will knock Devin out for sure. For sure.
You don't think he's hitting a little harder at 47 than he was at 35 and 40, growing into that weight? That's a no.
It looked like it.
It looked like it.
It looks
To
like
us, Keyshawn.
to me.
Let's see how hard I hit January 30th.
When questioned if he is a big enough star for Devin Haney to want the fight, Keyshawn Davis confidently replied that he can sell the bout anywhere in the world, emphasizing that his skill, fan base, and recent wins make him a very marketable and thrilling opponent for any elite boxer.
You're already a bright enough star that he'd be willing to take, because, you know, as a businessman, risk reward. You think you bring enough to the table that he'd want to take the fight? He would take the fight.
Hopefully, bro. I hope he would take the fight. In terms of answer your question, a bright enough star, he's already entertaining me on Twitter and social media and stuff like that. So I guess he sees some money potential in this fight right here. But what I would like to do is I would like to become champion, because that just speaks for itself. Once I come to the champion with the table, you can't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know me. People know me. I can go to the UK and sell. Like, I can go anywhere and sell. My first main event, I sold 10,000 tickets. I sell, period. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's entertaining me, because I am a star. But when I come with that world title, whether I beat Dalton Smith or I go move up a weight and beat Lewis Crocker, once I come with them world titles, it's just a different story.
Keyshawn Davis said that Devin Haney and his team have heavily promoted him, creating more hype than his actual achievements in the boxing ring would justify.
I believe maybe the entire boxing public was making Devin into something a lot bigger than he is.
I mean, Devin was doing that. Devin and his father, they was promoting Devin well. In terms of, you know, building his fights, who he was going to fight next to keep his name rolling, making things look like stuff that it isn't, and just saying things that's extraordinary. They was doing a great job promoting Devin, you know, and he was fighting and he was winning. So they was doing everything they could to make him out into the fighter he is today. And hats off to that too. You know, us as fighters nowadays, we got to promote our own selves. So they was doing what they was supposed to do.
Devin Haney has responded to the fiery call-out from Keyshawn Davis and made it clear he will not avoid the challenge after Davis stated he was ready to move up to welterweight to fight him. Haney publicly replied that Davis is on his list and that they can arrange the fight, showing his willingness to make it happen. Haney's confident reply reflects a champion proven at the highest level. He has also been seen training hard with elite coaches, like Freddie Roach, as he prepares for top competition with both men speaking boldly. This potential fight is fast becoming one of boxing's most discussed showdowns. Davis confidently fired back after Haney acknowledged his challenge, insisting he would knock Haney out if they ever fought. He doubled down on being ready for elite competition and has repeatedly stated in interviews that he believes Haney lacks the power or defense to stop him and that he would end the fight early. Davis has publicly declared he will stop top fighters and consistently mentioned scoring knockout wins as his clear goal against any opponent, including Haney.
He said, let's do it. You know, I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't know what happened. He said he had to turn himself in, but I believe he tweeted like Keyshawn, let's do it.
He said that?
Yeah, but he tweeted like something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know, it was in my DMs. We already was talking about it before he even hit the media, so I know it's going to happen.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
Tank Davis, however, noted that a fight with Devin Haney might be harder for Keyshawn than he believes, praising a young Haney as a remarkable talent at 17, but expressing concern that Haney's current partying lifestyle has slowed him and hurt his focus, with Davis stating these distractions have likely damaged his overall performance and suggesting that while Haney's skill is obvious, maintaining discipline and training is key for long-term success, showing respect for his ability, but also the View that lifestyle choices affect a fighter's peak and career longevity.
Video of you and Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart. But I feel as though he slowed down, all that partying.
Prior to his fight with Jermaine Ortiz, Keyshawn Davis discussed how training with Shakur Stevenson, one of boxing's most skilled defensive fighters, had improved his preparation, stating that working with Stevenson and elite boxers like Terrence Crawford raised his abilities in ring intelligence, timing, and defense. And while Stevenson was not directly in his camp for the Ortiz fight, Davis credited their past sparring sessions and shared insights for refining his overall game and readiness for top competition, admitting that sparring a boxer of Stevenson's caliber forced him to improve, giving him experience against fast footwork, accurate punches, and smart tactics, which all contributed to his powerful performance and 12th round stoppage victory.
For a little while, how was that?
It was amazing, bro. Nothing but family in there. Training alongside fighters like Zay Quinn, Raymond Forward, Kelvin Davis, Keyshawn Davis. It was amazing, bro. And the rest of our families together. It's really our first time actually really being together like this. Like as far as both our families coming together. So it was definitely different, but it was amazing.
How is that like beneficial, right? Like having familiar faces, that good work, from Daquan to Keyshawn. I'm sorry, obviously from Daquan to Shakur. Like I'm sure you're in the ring sparring with these guys. What's that like? Maybe mentally, kind of going into this fight, as opposed to maybe not having that kind of same camp situation in other camps.
Well, for me, I'm a professional when it comes to me actually fighting in the ring. I'm gonna always make sure I do what I need to do to prepare to go into a fight. So just as far as like the energy, transferring from camp over to fight week, that part been amazing. But as far as me always getting prepared for a fight, not really.
In a recent interview with Max Kellerman, Keyshawn Davis was asked if he would fight Shakur Stevenson now that both are near 140 pounds, and he consistently said no, stating he does not see that fight happening. Multiple recent comments confirm that despite the obvious potential matchup, he does not wish to fight Stevenson under normal competitive conditions. Davis has repeatedly rejected the question, saying they have already agreed not to fight each other, and expressing annoyance at how often it is asked. He has made clear that the idea of them fighting is something he does not picture happening now, and likely never.
Okay. But the question about the big fight is a real one. Like, if you look at what you're now at 140 pounds, right? Yep. Shakur Stevenson, who you two are never going to fight. By the way, once upon a time, Kenny Norton and Joe Frazier had the same trainer, and they said they would never fight. But man, if it ever made sense, if they were the two guys left standing, they'd have had to. The Klitschko's never fought. They were brothers, right? Even when they ran the division. But if Shakur beats Teo, and he is favored to do so, he's the 140-pound champ. And if he stays there for a minute, and that's your division, when the dust settles, if you two are the best dudes, what are you gonna do? Right.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this, Max. Look, I'm 26 years old. I see the boxing landscape. I understand Shakur will be 140 champ, and that's my division. I feel like boxing is my division. I feel I can really do whatever I want to do, and I know what I want to do after I beat Jermaine. I want to go to 147 and get a 147 title.
Keyshawn Davis stressed his plan to move up to welterweight and win a world title as the next major step in his career. After his recent fight at 140 pounds, he expressed confidence in competing with bigger opponents, noting his skill, work ethic, and strategy will ensure success across weight classes, framing this as a natural evolution from past lessons, including missed weight and time away from the sport. He later reflected on his larger ambition to become a leading figure in boxing through his talent and determination, while also stressing the need to stay grounded, disciplined, and prayerful, highlighting that personal growth and spiritual focus are as vital as athletic success, combining confidence with humility for a focused, resilient path forward.
Loses a competitive fight. I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight. Beats him. What then? What then for you and Teo? For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, I'm a surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just moved to 140, and I'm gonna be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm gonna be stopping them. Knocking them out. And that's been very entertaining.
Yeah, I remember when Floyd Mayweather told me when he was still 130 pounds that he wanted to fight Felix Trinidad. And at the time,
Some fans speculate Keyshawn Davis is avoiding a fight with Devin Haney and creating hype without commitment. Davis has directly addressed this in interviews, stating any major fight must make sense and align with his long-term goals, and timing. Critics see this as building interest and leverage while avoiding risk, suggesting he controls the narrative to maximize opportunity. However, supporters argue his comments show strategy, not avoidance. By insisting fights make sense, he demonstrates awareness of his career path, negotiation, and preparation. His focus on discipline, growth, and professionalism indicates serious intent to compete at the highest level when conditions are right.
The whole situation that's currently going on between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. And when really looking at and assessing this situation, I'm just trying to figure out at the end of the day if Keyshawn Davis really wants the biggest fights in the sport of boxing, or does he just want the biggest headlines? After stopping Jermaine Ortiz Saturday night, Keyshawn Davis immediately calls out Devin Haney in the ring. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that's a real fight for the sport. A true chess match with Keyshawn Davis's elite timing, sharp and accurate punching, understanding the range, and solid defense being tested against Devin the Dream Haney, elite jab, quick feet, fast hands, championship pedigree, and his high level ring IQ. But then hours later, he's on Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco's platform Nightcap. And now, within a few hours, he's saying that this fight has to make sense. Shifting the conversation over to Lewis Crocker and talks with Eddie Hearn. And in my eyes, this is where the question starts. This isn't something that's even new either. When we look at Keyshawn Davis's past, he said he was going to fight Edwin De Los Santos and Abdullah Mason just to miss weight, not stay in the division at 135, and end up fighting neither, while Abdullah Mason goes on to beat Sam Noakes to take the title that was stripped from Keyshawn Davis. At some point, that stops feeling random and starts to feel like a pattern. Big call-outs, big buzz, then a pivot. And whether intentional or not, it makes me question how much Keyshawn truly wants these big fights. Because in boxing, at least from the fans' point of view, trust is built on consistency and, just as importantly, follow through. So, is Keyshawn Davis really wanting of the big fights, or is he merely a club?
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lord and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.